There's definitely a fish following that. Got him, got him, got him. Let's go. He destroyed that topwater popper right at the bank. I've been throwing this topwater popper for just a minute here in this clear water lake, and this dude just absolutely cranked it. I'm trying to talk quietly. There's some other people right on the other side of this bank. Not the target species, a bass, but not the target species of bass. Definitely a cool little fish on that Googan Squad blooper. Came over here, saw him follow it in, just on this black color. Some will contrast with that super clear water, with this super overcast conditions. Coming out here early morning, figured why not throw a topwater. Nice little rock bass to start off the day. Let's get him back in there. All right, guys, number one. Going back. Like I said, not the target species of the day. We're going after largemouth, smallmouth, something big that will hit my bait in a super large clear water reservoir like this one. But just came out here early morning. It's about 8:30. Coming out here with the black Googan Squad blooper here. Throwing it on my Corrado K right here. But came out here early morning. I figured, why not throw a little topwater bait if it's going to be overcast, early morning, a little bit of wind on top, come back into some of these more secluded cuts. And obviously that dude ate it. Those rock bass are so aggressive in this pond, or in this lake here. But there definitely is a large population of big largemouth, big smallmouth. And I was just kind of popping that along the surface. I saw him come up right next to it. I couldn't tell what it was. It kind of looked like a smallmouth from the coloring, but then he just cranked it on the paws. Good start to the morning. Got a few more spots in mind if this one doesn't completely pan out here. But that's a good start. Right in the edge of that cut, in a little bit slacker water. He absolutely killed it. Oh my God, he's trying to eat it. A fish just tried to eat it like 3 times. Come on, come back for it. I think it was a little rock bass, but oh my God, he tried to eat it again. That might be a smallmouth. Just get the hook, come on, man. Get the hook. That might have been a smallmouth. That honestly might have been a smallmouth. He ate it like 3 times. And these hooks are sharp too. Could have been a smallmouth. Okay, yep, got him, got him, got him, got him. Oh no, it's a little rock bass. I thought it was a smallmouth at first. There was a school of them throwing this little square bill crankbait, and he absolutely cranked it. That's second fish of the day. New spot after not getting anything else. At that spot, I got that topwater fish on. I knew this fish would eat it. Just cranked it like 3 times in a row. Tiny little rock bass there. Not much better, or not any better than that first one. Let's get him back in the water. All right, guys, again, not the target species, but such a cool eat on that crankbait right up shallow. There he goes. Fishing this super clear little lake here, and cranked the little crankbait. Ooh, is that a fish? That was weird. That is a fish. That is a fish. He's on. Let's go. What is this? What is this? Smallmouth? Smallmouth. Let's go. It's a smallie. I didn't even realize that was a fish. He was just fighting so weird. But that's a little tiny smallmouth. So sick. That's my first smallie of the year. Look at that, guys. Tiny little smallmouth bass. Nice little brownie. That is so sick. Couldn't even tell it was a fish. Thought it was grass. cranked up on him. Little smallie. Let's get him back. All right, guys, did not even think it was a fish, but a little smallmouth. That is so sick. It's my first one of the year. There he goes. He was riled up on that little swim bait too. One of my favorite baits to fish for smallmouth, just a little Googan Bait saucy swimmer. I haven't caught a smallmouth this year because I've not really targeted, but I've been so honed in on the small little ponds for largemouth that I've really neglected to come out to some of these bigger clear water lakes to look for some bass or smallmouth. Nice little brown bass there on the swim bait. Let's get back in there. Take it, take it, take it. Got it, there we go. Finally, number one. Little guy, but I will take it. Let's go. It's been so many bites, and that's just a little mini fish. Nothing too special there on the worm, but finally, we got one to commit. I'm not sure how much I've put it in the video so far, but it has been bite after bite after bite, which is a normal occurrence at this pond, but just have not been able to hook him. That is easily one of the smaller ones I've caught out of here, but let's get him back. All right, guys, finally, number one on the day. Nice little aggressive guy. Let's get him back. There he goes. I've been kind of working around this pond with both the swim jig and, of course, this little junior mondo worm here. A bait that I always have luck on in this pond. And I've gotten a ton of bites. I'm not sure what I've put in the video so far, but it has been a lot of bites. Which is always what happens here. And it's really just weeding through those smaller fish that bite it to find something that is gonna eat it and actually fully commit. That was not a very big fish. It's an important fish. It is number one on the day. And hopefully that kind of opens the gates for a few more bites. There are big fish in here, and there are a ton of really good sized fish in here. I'm talking 2 to 2.5 pounds is usually about the average size you get them out here, which is are really good for an average fish. It's just finding those big bites between those nice 2-pounders. Try to get on one of those bigger ones, but that is a start. That is number one. Of course, on this, just this little worm. Oh my God, he followed it up. He literally, that was crazy. I got him, let's go. That was crazy. Oh my gosh, that's another little fish. I reeled it in, he followed it on top of the water, and I let it sit there, and he cranked it. One of the smaller fish I've gotten out here, but that is insane how fast he was to just come up on that bait. So golden right there on that little side plate. That's cool, number two on the day. Let's get on some bigger ones. All right, guys, that was a sick little eat. Nothing too big, but I'll take it. Let's get back in there. There he goes. It does get a little bit shallower over here. It gives the fish a little bit more cover in these reeds on this side, which is really where a lot of the bait fish and smaller bass hang out, but I have gotten on some bigger ones in here as well. It's number two. That's a good fish. I will take it. But let's keep fishing for that big bite. We're really looking for one big bite. I've got that big swim bait on, as well as a swim jig in this bait, so keep grinding for that big fish here. And as you guys can probably hear, a little bit of thunder in the distance, so little pre-storm, during a storm, low pressure front, fishing can always lead to some big fish. Let's get back in there.